Frumenty was a popular dish in Western European medieval cuisine. It was made primarily from boiled, cracked wheat, hence its name, which derives from the Latin word frumentum, grain. Different recipes added milk, eggs or broth. Other recipes include almonds, currants, sugar, saffron and orange flower water. Frumenty was served with meat as a pottage, traditionally with venison or occasionally porpoise. It was also frequently used as a subtlety. For several centuries, frumenty was part of the traditional Celtic Christmas meal. In England it was often eaten on Mothering Sunday, the fourth Sunday of Lent. On that day many servants were allowed to visit the mothers and were often served frumenty to celebrate and give them a wholesome meal to prepare them for the return journey. The use of eggs would have been a brief respite from the Lenten fast. In Lincolnshire, frumenty was associated with sheep shearing in June. A diarist recalled of his youth in the 1820s that almost every farmer in the village made a large quantity of frumenty on the morning they began to clip, and every child in the village was invited to partake of it. A second batch, of better quality, was produced later and taken round in buckets to every house in the village. Frumenty is served with venison at a banquet in the mid-14th century North Midlands poem winner and wasteour. Venison with the frumenty, and pheasants full riche, bacon meat thurby won the bird a set. The dish also appears, likewise paired with venison, at the New Year feast in the Middle English poem known as the alliterative morte-Arthur. Flesh flourished of firmison, with frumenty noble. The dish, described as firmity, and served with fruit and a slug of rum added under the counter, plays a major role in the plot of Thomas Hardy's novel The Mayor of Casterbridge. It is also mentioned in Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass as a food that snapdragonflies live on. It has been asserted that frumenty is England's oldest national dish. A dish made with boiled cracked wheat and soured milk was made in antiquity in Persia and is still used, often as the basis for a soup, in Greece and Cyprus, and in Turkey. Recipes. A compendium of traditional English date-related activities includes 3 recipes for frumenty. They show considerable variation with place and time. 1. The typical method of preparation was to parboil whole grains of wheat in water, then strain off and boil in milk. Sweeten the boiled product with sugar, and flavor with cinnamon and other spices. 2. Take clean wheat and bray it in a mortar well that the hulls go all off, and seethe it till it bursts, and take it up and let it cool, and take fair fresh broth and sweet milk of almonds, or sweet milk of kine, and temper it all, and take yolks of eggs. Boil it a little and set it down, and mess it forth with fat venison and fresh mutton. 3. Somerset, Wiltshire. About 40 years ago, country women in shawls and sunbonnets used to come to the market at Weston-super-Mare in little carts carrying little basins of new wheat boiled to a jelly, which was put into a large pot with milk, eggs, and sultanas, and was lightly cooked. The resulting mixture was poured into pie dishes and served on Mid-Lent Sunday and during the ensuing week. Frumenty is still prepared at devices for Mothering Sunday. A healthy dose of spirit is often mentioned as accompanying the frumenty.